Greetings. What's going on, everybody? The music is very quiet. Or is it just that I'm not able to hear it? Which would be weird. Happy Friday. Hopefully everybody's having a lovely day. I've got some painting to do today. Oh, there we go. The music appeared in my ears. Nice. Trust is in already. He's got some hacks. Oh, that's right in my face. Let's move that. Let's get you out of here. Maybe up here? Look at that. Beauty. Is that gonna work? Sure, for now it's gonna work. Not that it really matters. There. I am painting. I have gotten one of 4 parts done for two crowns, or more specifically coronets that I've been doing. And I'll just show you where I'm at already with like a finished one, or the finished half. And then I can get into the incredibly entertaining process of applying paint to leather. So we'll see how that goes. But again, I'm on the, it's gotta get done, I gotta do it, right? So... which button is which? So many buttons. It's a little close, maybe? So this is a completed one. You saw it on the thumbnail. Come on. There. You saw it on the thumbnail. And it is a replica leather version of the coronet, or half of the coronet of Thierry. In theory, this is going to be worn on the battlefield. So it's leather, so it gets ruined and nobody cares. Except for me. I care. I care. Anyways, we're going to get it to that point. This is all laser cut, because I'm a lasery person these days. After some trial and error, with my laser cutter, which I did it on my Crowley Falcon 240 watt Pro, this half cut, and there's so many little weird things. Let's move you so you're all happy down here. Up here? Over here. That's better. Sure. This was done on my Crowley Falcon 240 watt, and it took about an hour and 15 minutes to do this one piece. So there's that. Nice resub. Thank you, Lost Viking Metalworks. How you doing? So yeah, hour and 20 minutes or so. It's an excessive amount of burning though. Like, let's get my raw in here of one of these. So let's see. Come on in. I need to be able to better do this, but whatever. So it's pretty deep, the burn. Like all these are really deep. More deep on the first one. After I did the first one, I was like, maybe I shouldn't be doing it this much. But that's a lot of burning at a high wattage? Power. At high power. And it's pretty stinky. My neighbors aren't very impressed with me, so I did it mostly at night, which kind of sucks. But obviously, if you're the original crown, coronet, what have you, like, all these are separate pieces that are layered nicely together. So I tried to like adjust my power settings appropriately so that, you know, you're not gonna be able to see it. Nobody knows but me, honestly. I could probably just paint it flat and nobody would know but me. So in theory, this kind of stuff is deeper than the tiny little bits in here, which are deeper than the little raised areas in here with these like the lines on the circle, that kind of stuff. In theory. Whatever. Now, after rambling for a bit, I'm going to read some of the chat. Because that's why I'm here, mostly to read chat. There was trust, always trust. I'm gonna do a trust image. I think trust deserves a in before trust image. I think I should do that. That'd be funny. You guys can, somebody can just come in and post the image really quick and see if I can beat trust to the stream. Amy, you mean you understand that deeply as in nobody will know but me that I did these little things? That's how it always is. Like, you're like obsessed about the fine, tiny little details that nobody's gonna notice but you. But you get enough of those little details and your stuff turns out fantastic, so. None of the details, not good. Lots and lots of little details. Tell me if the music's too loud, because I popped it up. This headset is kind of on its last legs. And my, like, cyberpunk kind of music, man, I'm getting copyright strikes on that all the time. And even though the guys, like, will just report it to me and I'll waive them, I don't have time to be going through all my videos and reporting copyright strikes. It's driving me nuts. Music is good? Alright, cool. So, what are we gonna do? After doing the first one, I realized that I probably should have primed it first. Not a big deal. I, like, put lots of paint on it. I sealed it with a varnish. Should be fine. And then I was like, oh, I'll prime this one. But then my strange brain was like, well, you did prime the first one, and they're a pair, so you shouldn't prime this one. I'm like, okay, so I won't prime this one either. The priming will be layers and layers of paint. What have I done to this other than laser cut it? I did a little bit of beveling on the hard edges that are most likely to get smoked by somebody. Like, all these are lightly beveled. Little heavier bevel on the back edge. Bevels and bevels, that kind of stuff. I could have sanded the hell out of it. I'm just gonna layer it up with paint and it'll be alright. I'm sure it'll be fine. Not worried about it. And if it's not fine, well, you know where to find me. Where are we going? We're going with, do I have enough gold paint? I do have another half a piece that I'm partway through, so if I don't have enough gold paint, I'll just jump over to that one and nobody will know. Except for all you guys, you'll all know. When someone makes that, then it goes to get beaten up. I know. I already did. I've done three crowns, though the other ones weren't for fighting. Well, the first one, I did the on-tier crown for combat, and then I've got these ones, in theory, for combat. It'll be interesting to see how, at least in theory, one of my favorite phrases, they're going on people that are good at fighting, right? Hopefully they don't get hit in the head much. I'd aim for it. I know, they are also giant beacons on the warfield. Kill the person with the crown, thank you. Archer, kill that man. Pretty good. If you are maybe an old school painter, miniature painter, or you haven't painted recently, you don't know a lot about what's going on in painting like I did when I first got back into it last year. These are cool. These wet palettes, you put like these little thin pieces of paper on here, and there's a spongy thing. You put water and soak it, and then your paint doesn't dry out as fast. In fact, I think I need a little bit more water in this one. I haven't put enough in. It's kind of cool. Be right back. That should do it. I'm just gonna make a mess of it anyways, so it doesn't really matter that much. Where am I going? Where am I going? Let's hop. There we go. Oh, my butt's already sore. Give me a break. I'm making the tannest versions of this for combat, maybe. But you're gonna carve those and you're gonna carve them and then let people destroy them? Amy. Come on. Neon Havoc. I love that name, by the way. Thank you. That's a fucking awesome name. Hey, Magnus just got into our local SCA group here, which we share. Lionsgate, Theory. Likely we'll be looking to your patterns for guidance soon. Sweet. Welcome to... Is my camera not... One second, I'm gonna fix my frickin' camera. And we've got somebody over on Twitch. Hey, Magnus. Hey, Chat. Hey, YouTube. Hey, you. Hey, Pog. Was it Pog? You're walking away too soon. 1 sec. What happened to you, little camera? You're like a mess. Little camera. So cute. See if I did it the wrong way. If it's more of a mess. Oh, that's a little better. Whew. Shins. Okay, perfect. Just right. I'm like Goldilocks in here. And once again, I've forgotten to do the stuff people reminded me to do last time on stream. Which is awesome. And I have forgotten to cut away these boards so my feet can sit in here better. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, my partner uses that when painting miniatures. He swears by it. Yeah, it's these are pretty handy. Oh, my butt. And it was Pog. It was. Hopefully you're having a good time over there, Pog. I don't know how many people are on the Twitch. Let's see how much gold I have left. I do have 2 bottles, but one is halfway gone probably, and the other is, who knows. This is going to be super exciting. I'm going to be putting paint on leather. I know. Just take a deep breath with me. This is just as exciting for me as it is for you. And as quickly and as chaotically as possible, because I don't want to fuck around. What was the other thing I did differently last time? Did I just do the whole thing? No, I didn't. I went around the edge. I'm going to be using, what do we got here? We got some Vallejo paints and some Citadel miniature paints. Because I do a lot of fucking up, I just fuck up right away. So you just immediately fuck up and you're good. I'm going to be going over stuff. I'm going to be using a wash to like blend everything anyway, so I'm not really that worried about some of this. Trust me. These are some impressive skills right here. You have no idea. No idea. Amy says, for what it's worth, I don't think mine are going to look as good as these. Amy. I cheated, Amy. I cheated. And I bet yours will look amazing. Though, if somebody had said, can you make me a crown to fight in? And I was like, I wouldn't make a replica crown. Well, what is the one I'm thinking of here? 1 second. I'm confused. I'm momentarily confused. I don't know. I'm always confused. Lots of gold. Try and cover up the brown. You're still with me, which is great. Try not to get too much caked into the cuts and recessed marks, because I want to be able to fill that with a wash afterwards to blend it a little better. Anybody up to anything super exciting? Melissa says, do you go to Pennsic, or is that too far away for you? I've been following you for ages, but I am not wanting to dive deep into learning everything Leathercraft. Or wait, but then a correction. Oops, I meant I am going to learn everything because I want to dive deep into it. I have gone to Pennsic a few times, and every single time I've gone to Pennsic, it has been the most horrific weather experience of my SCA life. So it's not my... If there's an event, if I get to go to one big event that's not in my area a year, I try and go to Gulf Force. That's my goal every year. if there's another event, you know, maybe Penzak, maybe. And Neon said, saw the live notification while working, so I have to bugger off shortly, but I have a great stream, and I'll see you tomorrow at Oh, you're gonna see McEwen tomorrow? Is he doing a class? Is that the class he's doing tomorrow? I'm like, you know, he says stuff to me, but I try not to pay attention to most of the stuff he says. So I'm just double checking. I think I remember him saying something about that. The storm? I brought the heat. It's so hot and muggy there. It's just gross. Just gross. It's the kind of place that you're like, why did people settle here? They're like, I guess this is as good as any other spot. We'll just stay right here. Ugh. This fucking gold. I need to get to the not caring as much mode some more here. Hell, I'm not even sure if this is the brush I used last time. I think it is. Sure could use some spray bomb gold, don't you think? Ooh, gotta make sure that's big globs are taken care of. Spray bomb. Don't really need to do those edges yet. Oh, you're coming. He's going to the D&D game. Oh man, D&D. I kind of want to play D&D, but I also don't want to drive out to wherever the hell you live. Not Vancouver. Even Burnaby's so far away. One Piece knee? What? Who? What? Oh yeah. Did you screw up his? Okay, good. I read that wrong. I read that as you injured your knee that you made for me last week, and I was like, wait, I didn't. You weren't in the chat, and then my brain finally wrapped around what you said. Took me a second. I have other people asking me for those legs already to make them. I really don't, like, you can mention to him that, he's lucky that I made those legs. I don't really want to make legs. I don't even want to make gorgets, and I can make those really fast. Legs are a pain in the butt. And they're weird. They're always weird. One of, like, sizing them, but he never got back to me. Like, I assume the sizing was good, or he would have said something. You know? I was like, I'm pretty sure this is the great size, which is, you know, maybe not the greatest thing to say, but I haven't made a lot of legs. Man, this brush might be too fluffy. Get in there, you frickin' weird-ass gold paint. The excitement grows as Magnus slowly works his way through the gold paint of the crown in his quest to not go insane. She's already failed. I failed it as soon as I decided this was the thing to do on stream. Come on. Come on. Get in there. There you go. There you go. Watch this. Oh, don't even care. They fit perfect over his knee brace. Yeah, he has a knee brace? Did I not take it? Did I take that into account? I'm suddenly very confused. Did he mention he had a knee brace? That's wild if I, like, totally forgot he has a knee brace. I just was like, I like large, comfy knees. Okay, good. These stink, by the way. They stink like burning. They smell like burning. I guess it took me so long to get to those legs that I forgot. I should have had better notes though. I don't. Oh, that's right. Because originally he ordered a something else and then switched it to legs or something. I'm confused suddenly. No, he didn't. I'm high. Yes, my notes said that there was a knee brace. I was actually suddenly confusing it with somebody else. So, ignore me. I got 2 orders for legs within 24 hours of each other when I don't have legs for sale. And then I got the 2 people confused, but it all worked out. Because somebody switched their leg order to a cuirass order, and then your friend got the legs. So good. Everything's fine. Ignore me, please. Project failed successfully? Yeah, exactly. I just feel like this is the wrong brush. This is probably also the wrong brush, but this is just like not getting the amount of paint on here that I think the big bristly brush was used on. Come on, you little bastard! Get the for silver when I put the silver on. Oh, whatever, we'll see. Because this has got it's just got too much background showing through. I don't want to see all this brown shit. I said it. Quick gaming note. Anybody, hey, Lord Raven, 5 months. Nice. Appreciate you. Anybody get Aska? If anybody likes Valheim, you should check out Aska. It's different. It's more sim-like, but it's kind of cool. I picked it up. I might do I don't know if you can do you must be able to do a dedicated server, but I might do a dedicated Valheim and Aska server on Dark Horse. I was thinking about doing that a while ago, but just got sidetracked. So if anybody wants a community server on the Discord, bug me and I'll put one up. I do have the ability to do such thing because I've got the shop computer that stays on all the time, and those games don't take a lot of horsepower to run a dedicated server. My seatbelt pattern has been selling quite well this last month. I think I've sold almost 24 copies in the last 45 days. That's awesome. Every time I think of doing a seatbelt pattern, honestly, McEwen, I'm like, you know what? There's other things I can do. 10 years from now, I'll be like, I'm going to do a seatbelt pattern. And you'll be like, what? How dare you? I also don't even use a leg belt, so it's kind of a jerk thing to do to make a seatbelt pattern. Or maybe in 10 years I'll have purchased your seatbelt pattern off you, and because you'll be a multi-millionaire, and you won't need to do that kind of stuff anymore. And or maybe you'll just give it to me. It's a good idea. Slowly creeping forward. I'm just going to move this. There you go. Your seatbelt is attached to your kidney belt. My legs float. So I've got plastic Lost Viking legs, and I have cinched them with, I'm sure I've told everybody this already, I've cinched them above the calf, connected to this little tiny demi-greave that it has. I made the demi-greave even smaller. And then I've cinched it to above my calf with elastic and Velcro. And then they just float and some wraps and little greaves help them stay up. So. Mm-hmm. my chat thing is all screwed up. I'm gonna make the other thing invisible. And then I'm gonna move over here because I'm missing some Twitch chat. Move this over here. I always have to do this every fucking time. I should just set it up so I don't have to screw with this. How did I screw that up? 1 second. Come on, you piece of junk. What's happening here? Oh my god. Got it. There we go. Now I've got both chats open to me nice and in the front. Sorry, Twitch. There. That's better. Ridiculous. Keep creeping away from the frame. If anybody's interested in a free pattern, go over to the Discord server. I put a little simple, it's a really simple little book pattern in the announcement section. You can go pick that up. You can type !Discord to see where the Discord is and go pick it up. And I also, next month, I'll probably release a free pattern on Patreon. So make sure you know, subscribed over there as a free member if you want to lurk and get loots. Get all the loots, fat loots. Or don't. Or don't. Must be a party upstairs. Fucking feet going constantly. Jesus. We watching the hockey game tonight? I am. Gold and more gold and more gold. Poor bitter McEwen. Are these the crowns to aim for at Ontario West? There's one of them. I've got I've already done the kingdom crown for the king, and now I'm doing these for Tyrese, prince and princess. I think it's pretty safe bet if somebody's wearing any kind of crown, you might as well shoot at them. Whether it's these ones or other ones. On the warfield, of course. Or go and hit them. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Let's switch back to this. Get a little more gold. Gold. I'm a West Pikeman. Well, hopefully you guys have been working on your warfighting in preparation for this year. So, I don't do a lot of warfighting. I'm gonna do as long as I make it down there. I'm gonna do a bunch this year. All with Great Axe, Dane Axe. I'm gonna leave my sword and shield at the camp, so I don't think that I should pick it up and go crazy with my axe. Which is, you gotta be patient. I'm not the most patient person, but I'm trying. You know? Just a reminder that donations help make this stream ad-free. So if you want to be a hero, you can do super chats, super stickers. You can do gifted memberships, whatever other things they got, and help this Friday stream stay ad-free. Which I think has been working out pretty good so far. You going to eventually redo your elbow pattern to be similar to the new knee, or just going to keep it the same? I liked the idea of that knee pattern becoming an elbow pattern. I don't know if I did it, I don't know if I personally would use it, but I think it would be a good idea to do it so people that are interested in that kind of matching stuff. It's not really going to take me much to modify. It's just scaling and making sure that it doesn't get too ridiculous with the hole spacing and the how far they are from the edge. So it's probably like, hell, I could probably just take my old elbow pattern, bring it into the knee pattern file, line them up to make sure that everything looks like they've got about the same size, and then scale it, and then do a quick print and double check that everything lines up good. Done. Really not too hard. I think it's I think it'd be good. It is on my list of things. As I've said before, I need another me. I need another me, you know? But that's impossible. There's only one me. Thank God. Aw, thanks, Cosmic. Gold paint restock fund, I literally has to happen probably tomorrow. Because I've got to do another one of these. I don't think I've got enough to do the other half of this second quarter. I appreciate it. Thank you. Gold. I like gold. Thanks for bearing with me, you troopers, for the gold painting experience. That rare, beautiful gold painting experience. And then, after I quickly bomb through the back of this, I can just do a quick front touch-up and start thinking about how I'm going to put on the silver. Well, that's not true. I'm not going to think about it. I know how I'm going to do it. I've done it. With a brush. I know. It's crazy. Just make sure I got all these little bits. Do this first, actually. Beep, beep, boop. It's looking pretty good from that angle. How'd I miss that? Terrible. Get the... Jesus, fuck. Alright. Did I just get gold on my face? No. The tannest ones will be interesting because silver paint does not cover well in my experience. This silver paint seems to work pretty good. So I don't know. Oh, my fucking foot. My foot needs a little bit of a stretch. There we go. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, the back of these. I'm gonna turn it over so it can latch onto the front side. This is all mini paint. I got a ton of Angel's paints, honestly. I just use my mini paints for some reason. I mean, weird. There's Vallejo and Citadel miniature paints. I think I'm still of the belief that Angelus has got some magic branding going on, and that there's not special. It's as special as in, like, it's a quality paint, just like Vallejo paints are a quality paint, Army Painter paints are quality paint, Citadel miniature paints are probably not as good as those other ones, but they're still in theory a quality paint. If you're using crappy paints, you're gonna get a crappy effect, but I've never had an issue with these. Alright, turning over. Paint backside. Awkwardly. Paint the backside awkwardly. Let's just do this. Let's go. This will help me decide how much gold I have. Look at this action. I'm full of great ideas. Later, McEwen. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, God. Appreciate you always. We are 41 minutes into the stream. I've almost painted it gold. We are flying. Jordan says, oh, speaking of Angelus, is it fine to do metallic acrylic paint through the airbrush? Haven't seen anything saying no, but nothing specifically is saying yes either. I would think it's fine, sure. Don't quote me on that, but I wouldn't even look to see if it's fine. I would just do it. But that's me. I do silly shit all the time. And I don't use an airbrush a lot. This might have been a good idea. It might be a good idea to airbrush this. Anyways. Teresa says I have to drive home. Catch you later. Peace! Have a good one. Look at this action. Wow. What skills? Oh, I didn't do the bottom. Oh well. I need some more songs on this playlist. I gotta do a Epidemic Sound download. Cause this isn't. Usually I play Spotify with that other stuff, but it's getting annoying with the copyright stuff. I usually use the pewter as a base coat and dry brush the silver. Yeah. Is that using Angelus paints? Like you'll see, like the silver on this one goes on just fine. Depending on the project, I'll use a wash. So I'll put the silver on. Not depending on the project. I almost always use a wash. So I'll put the silver on. I'll put a wash on it to get in all the cracks, and then, or a shade, I guess this is what Citadel calls it. It's like it's just like a black wash. And then depending on if I want to highlight up, I'll highlight up on those peaks with the same silver. I've never really had a silver problem. Though, come to think of it, the silver that I have here, this is Angelus Metallic Silver. Is the only Angelus paint I have here. And get this, I picked that Angelus Metallic Silver specifically because it's not very silver. Because I wanted to use it as an undercoat for the pearls. So, you know, these have a bunch of pearls on them, and I was trying to figure out, because you can't, you know, I do my cute little miniature painting gem technique, but that's not how pearls reflect light. So I was just trying to figure out how to just get a nice pearl look. So what I did was I looked for the least metallic and lightest, almost white paint I could find. I lay that down on both the shells on this, as well as the pearls, and then I do a super watered down, not wash, I wouldn't call it a wash, but like a really watered down white over that. It turned out pretty good, I think, for the pearls, specifically for the pearls. Jordan says, last time I did silver, I used a mix of silver and pewter, and it turned out good. Wanting a darker silver on the next one, so I just used pewter with antique nickel hardware. But like, so these, I guess you'll see it when it's... That's not a good view. Actually, I've got that other camera. Why not use the other camera? So, let's see, come on. So that's all silver, like this is all silver. But it's all got the shade, oh my god, why am I talking with my brush in my mouth? It's got the shade, the Null Oil Citadel miniature, whoops, whoa, oh my god, what's happening? Holy, camera's having a freak out. Let's just lock you right there, buddy. And then yeah, I just put the shade on. You'll see that in a second. That's what'll happen. You'll see it in a second. Second-ish. You'll see it in a second-ish. An excessive amount of gold paint was used in this quest. But if your silver sucks, if you're miniature painting or doing anything with some depth, hitting it with the shade, just having that layer over it and getting it into the cracks, and even having that like light wash over it, then putting on the highlights with the silver again, it'll pop real nice. Like, I don't know if it's the greatest plan in the world, Amy, but like, let's go back over here. This is like I'm not gonna go at this forever with the trying to make it look like pearls, but like, let's see if this will zoom nicely for me or not. Come on, a sec. 1 second. Where's my button? There, got the button. We're one step in. All right. This isn't the best look at it, but it's got like the little bit of a model look to it. It kind of looks just white on here, but I've also got a gloss varnish on them, which you can't really tell on camera here. Like, you can tell on the blue really well where it gleams up. I didn't put gloss on anything but the oh, there a little bit on the pearls. To me, they look pearly. They're not like amazing. You're a better painter than me. You can probably figure something out. Figure something else out. But it worked for me, and I was like, I'm done. That's it. That's the pearls. Moving on. I just hack my way through, you know? Little hacks. And you're probably gonna carve each one and make it round and shit. Mine are flat. So there you go. Morpho says maybe if it's a little thinned out. Which the silver? I heard of modelers using a red base for gold and copper paints and blues for silver. Could that work for leather? I think as long as it's paints, you know, paints is paints. So I assume it could work for leather. I think another reason that I wasn't too worried about the base coat on like doing like other than the primer benefits of priming this, I only have black primer, is that it was brown and goldy colored already, like, you know, that brown tan gold-esque Vegetan-ish color. So having that shine through a bit wasn't a big deal to me. Oops, that's a great view, hey? Look at that. I still have some miniatures over there crying for me to paint them. I really should get around to it. Oh yeah, for the acrylic paint for the airbrush, yeah, you 100% have to thin it out. 100%. Has to be thinned out. 120%, really. What am I doing? What am I grabbing here? Oh, hey, that's not done. You're not done, buddy. Get in there. There you go. Let's just be lazy and do this. Paint the cardboard. That's what it's for. Oh my god, everybody. Big cheers in chat for mostly finished gold. We're at 50 minutes? Yeah, we must be. 50 minutes in, we're good. Mostly painted gold. But what I can do for this, I think I figured out how I want to go about doing the stages. I don't think I'm going to get to them in time, so I'm going to change my stages. I'll just do the silver and I'll do my wash, and we'll get to the silver part because we talked about the silver a lot. So I might as well do some silver, and then I can like cry and go in with the blue after. I think last time, what was it? I do It was silver, then blue? So I did all silver, then I did the blue, then I did the wash, and then I did the not Dawnbreaker silver. I've got a different silver I use. Then I used the fucking Angel silver, and then I used the stupid white wash thing. It all worked out. I might try to bevel everything, but not the tiny details. You're bonkers. Another question for you, Amy, is what weight leather are you doing it in? Oh, I have awful views again? No, I didn't. This is just behind. What? Oh, hey, little hydration. This is 16 ounces. This stupid crown. Well, that's the end of that hydration. Why are you guys so loud today? Yeah, I had this idea that I would bevel stuff, but I just don't think it matters from a lot of it. And then, you know, the laser does a lot of work for that depth that I was worried about. Dry. Let's go to the wide shot. Oh fuck! An incredible 18 viewers. I'm gonna do a little spiel about random stuff. This month on Patreon, there's a ton of stuff on Patreon. If you're not on Patreon, $15 gets you. I think we're at like 7 or 8 patterns right now. Amy's quiver pattern I'm gonna get out before the end of the month. I just haven't had time to get around to it, so that'll be another pattern. Oh hey, new subscriber! Greetings, new subscriber. Thanks for stopping in. What was I gonna say? I just re-released the shoulder pattern because, like, not the shoulder pattern, the big ass, those big pauldrons that I've done. I just re-released them again because I finally was it last stream that I figured out how to strap them in like an hour. So I re-released that to Patreon. And remember, also, if you have a laser cutter, all those same patterns are in laser files on Patreon as well. That's $25. And if you're not lurking on there, free patterns. And if you're not lurking on Discord, free patterns. So take that into consideration. There's also the war belt / kidney belt contest going on. It's going on for another, I don't know how many days are in this month, 11 days. Yeah. Amy says, I have some 5mm, but I might go thinner. This is 16 ounces. It is, whatever 16 ounces is, I don't know. It's pretty heavy. But that's okay. So, now I'm wanting this to not stick to the fucking cardboard. Oh, shit. Let's see if I can just smooth some of this out a bit, so we can get on to the other side. And I think I'm gonna cheat this time. Yeah, you can check out Patreon, ! Patreon. You can check out Discord, ! Discord. All that kind of stuff. Is there any blobs on here? Quite possibly is. Anyways. Seems pretty good. It's gonna totally stick to the cardboard. It's gonna stick to the cardboard. It's gonna stick to the cardboard. Okay, I'm not turning it over. What could I do on the other stuff? Nothing really. Let's just wait. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes and we'll do it. You guys have been with me this long. You can hang out until I get to the silver. For the silver, I'm gonna use Dawnbreaker. No, Layer Ironbreaker. Layer Ironbreaker from Shitado. They've got a few good silvers, but this one's nice. I like it. It goes on really well. Hey, Engelsman. Good evening from Finland. So yeah, we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do the Nuln oil. Oh, here's that Nuln stuff. Not that. So Citadel has contrast paints as well as, well, they got so many paints now. Like when I went back to start painting again, I almost had a heart attack. I was like, what is this? All of this stuff. So this is a wash, really. It says it's a shade, sure, it's a wash, whatever. It's a dark wash. Really thin down. They must make a killing on this kind of stuff where it's super just watered down stuff. There must be other things in it, but whatever. Alright, I'm gonna turn this over. Is it just gonna stick to it? Come on, don't fuck everything up. Don't fuck everything up. Everything will be fine. Alright, we're gonna just do one because, and then we're gonna move on to the next one, and or maybe two. We'll do two. Oh man, that's gonna stick. This is silly. This is the brush I used for this, I'm almost certain. Let's have a little... Oh god, stretch! Is that good. The laziest, not even caring, get it on there, paint job. Don't stick to the stuff, please. I've got so many, like, going back with other paints on this that I don't really care about anything. I'm just like, as long as it's not super thick on there. Like, all those gems are going to be painted over again, and I'm not that worried about it. If I'm going to do detail, I'd rather do touch-up detail around my edges on the gold and the silver, depending. I'm not sweating this, you know? Just make sure we got our background all filled in as good as possible. You can see there's a bunch of brown in there. Most of that's going to disappear as soon as I hit it with my wash. So if you're not a patient person like this guy, this is a good way to go. If you want to be super fine detailed and, I don't know, go for it. I'm sure some of you are having a heart attack right now if you paint stuff. You're like, what is going on? What is this absolute chaos? But this is the deal. Alright. Good enough. Because I'm gonna have to let that dry anyways, I'm gonna do this. Do a second one over here, just to. And I'm gonna read for a second. No crazy messages. No crazy messages. We're good. Considering these may get batched up to maybe not thinner. Yeah, that's what I was kind of going on. Enough, get in the little cracks here. The little seashell bits have blue in there eventually, so I'm not really gonna worry about getting too much in there, unless I'm just feeling a little weird and wanting to make sure everything is the same color, which is fair. You know, it's not a terrible idea to get silver in there, because I'd rather have silver and blue than silver, brown, and blue, so... You know, now that I've said that, in I go! I don't know if this first one will have dried to a point where we can hit it yet. So, super exciting. All right, talking. I'm just gonna let this dry for a second. I know I'm rushing a little bit. I don't want to. And I'm gonna raise my bit off the cardboard so it doesn't stick to the cardboard in a massive amount. Engel says it's midnight and still light out. That's crazy. Uh-oh. This I think I've scraped a bunch of stuff free on this. My water mug. Ugh. I'll have to get rid of this. One clean brush. Blah, 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 blah. Might as well use this opportunity to scrape more shit off of the edge of this mug. I put my paintbrushes in my mouth so much that I shouldn't care if there's floaties in my water, but I'm gonna go rinse it out. Oh. Gross. Oh, good. Okay. I'm gonna try and see if that silver on the first one is ready for the Nuln oil. Rushing a little bit for sure, but not too much. Dad says I've been using the peening rivets from Tandy and they're fine, but I'm tired of pounding the finished surface of my pieces. Thinking of getting those round head rivets you use, but which size? I use 1/8 inch diameter post, and probably about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 is what I always use. And then, you know, twice as many burrs in the same size. So then we get to just be crazy with the shade. Crazy-ish. Let's see how this goes. How is it dry? I hope I just don't fuck it up. At least it's paint and I could unfuck it, but yeah. Wink. Trust me, it will be fine. Right? It's just filling in all those little. It's like an antique, right? Kind of. And I'm not gonna leave it in there as heavy as it currently is, but I'm not really worried about it right now. I'm just getting it on there. excessive amount of null oil. It's probably like twice as much as I need. You know, like, exactly, Cage. Exactly. Better to have it and not need it. And I can pull it. I can bring it off, right? So I'm not too worried about it. Now that I've done it all with that brush, I might as well use it with this brush as well. This is a better brush for it in general because it holds it really nicely. Yeah, it's way better to put on with this brush. So once you've got this down, just like with any mini, then you can start thinking about going back and like bringing it up with your highlights if you wanted to, if that's something you want to do. Right? So I could, like that metallic silver from Angelus, I could hit this, if I wanted to, I could hit this like really nicely with it and bring up all the highlights. I didn't do anything like that on this, so I'm just gonna, shall I take this? I'm just gonna play around and I'll fix it after, but like, you can take this hilarious silver that Angelus has. That's what it's called, hilarious silver. Let's go 2 here. Where's 2? Boink. And let's get a little. Oh Jesus, my shoulder sucks. Come on, come on. It's not even really as close as I want it to be, honestly. So, gotta go back to camera 1 so you guys don't puke while I'm trying to adjust this. Down you go. Down you go. There. See? Isn't that better? Isn't that better? You're really close now down to the table. Good job. It might work. See, like that doesn't work either, because now it's too fucking low. Oh, I can just do this. Then you can just go in with your little fucking crazy Angelus and pop up some little highlights if you wanted to. Right? If you were so inclined. I didn't because I wanted it to be kind of patinaed. The background was definitely really patinaed. You do all your little edges and Anyway. Right? Pot and bring it back up if you wanted to. So, what is it that I'm doing now? I'm wiping away the Angelus. Yeah, that was easy. Waiting for that to dry. I guess I could do the other parts of it. Or I could chat for a bit. Oh my god, my toes are starting to go crazy again. Talking. There we go. Oh, fuck. Foot. Oops. Terrible setup here for... I wonder how tough... Am I sliding? No. I wonder how tough it would be to just chop that. Just... Oh, there's a brace here. And a brace here. Only thing I've... My table's got like a bunch of slots built into it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate compartments for leather. So I'm gonna cut this, and I wouldn't lose them much. And I have a... I should do it on stream. I'm not going to. But after this stream is done, before I leave, I am cutting this fucking thing so that I can sit here and not lose my mind. I'm gonna cut like a section into here for sure. 100%, it's happening. What will remind me? This is the kind of stuff I do to remind myself. Why would that Gatorade bottle be upside down? The only reason is because I've reminded myself that I've got to cut the table. Instead of writing a note, I wouldn't read the note though, I'll lose the note. But when I go to clean up, I'll see that and I'll be like, that's weird. And I'll be like, oh, I have to cut the table. You're welcome. It's an incredible memory technique for all of you. Or I'll just throw it in the garbage. Which will be... We'll see. Blue? Is it blue time? No, I'm still waiting for that to dry. I gotta do more silver. Might as well hit the silver dawn breaker on these other parts while we hang out. There's 23 people, 22 likes. Though it doesn't matter at all. You should hit that like button just at least to have it equal. Right? It's a good idea. Also... Oh, I should give you my other spiel. What's going on here? So there's a couple tiers on YouTube for memberships if you want to become a member. If you don't have a green name and you're a Leathercrafter and you like patterns and you're interested in getting... It's not my best deal. Patreon's my best deal, but it's a pretty good deal on patterns. There's 2 tiers on YouTube. The first tier is you're awesome and you're just like contributing to me doing what I'm doing. And the second tier is after you've been a member of the second tier for a month. This is to stop you from leaving. I'm super smart. You get a pattern of your choice. And the second tier is probably $8. Okay, I'm going to also explain why this is a terrible idea for me. I'm not even joking. This isn't like a sales point. I don't know what I was specifically thinking because YouTube takes 40%, and I think the second tier is like $8 or $8.99. I don't remember what it is. So after the first month, you can just pick any pattern from my website. And my pattern is like 20. Some of them are $24, $25, and so I get like $6. but it's neat for an extended plan. I like that idea, but I probably should rethink it sometime. But I haven't. So if you're looking for really good deals and you don't mind waiting a month, hook yourself up with YouTube. Like I said earlier, there's free patterns on Discord and Patreon. There's tons of patterns on Patreon. And there's lots of people in the Discord chatting about various things, or doing contests. So come hang out with us in there. Oh, thanks for all those likes. I got like 4 more likes. 5 more likes. Thank you. Appreciate you. And lastly, this stream is ad-free because of your donations. As long as I get donations, it continues to stay ad-free. And so far, it's been ad-free for... Feels like a while. Feels like maybe 3 months? Wonder when I started doing that. Oh, and lastly, if you like live streams and for some reason you are one of those weirdos that likes rewatching live streams, you won't find my live streams after the 24-hour mark around there unless I forget. I hide them. So if you want to find old live streams, you can go into my playlist, specifically go to the playlist area on my YouTube page and go to the live streams playlist, and then you'll find them all there. But I hide them because they screw my YouTube up. I don't know why I care. It's kind of screwed up as is because of all the hey Omar, greetings, how you doing? Because of all the laser stuff I've been doing literally lately. You guys know, you're right here with me. I've been doing streams or laser videos. I need to like break away, and so I've got a couple more projects that I'm gonna do, and then I've got another laser video I've got to do, and then I'm gonna start doing build videos again, and say no to everything else. I've also kind of figured out how to work my Facebook ads, so I'm making a little more income now, and I think that's gonna enable me to not worry as much about like, oh, I gotta do an affiliate thing with the laser, gotta do this. Oh, appreciate you, Richard. Thank you. Don't forget to cut your table. Cut my table? What? Don't forget to cut your table. I don't even know what that means. Cut my table? Oh, cut my table. Ha ha ha. Hey, how you doing? It's a funny story. My table isn't cut. It'll never be cut. I love this beautiful, giant... Oh, for my legs. You know, I actually thought you were a different Richard for a second. I'm going to cut my table right after this. Remember, I got the bottle. Everything's good. But thanks for the reminder. What's the tangent I was going to go on? Oh, I just got a new tabletop, as you may have noticed, for my table. So, like, now it's black. It's a 4x8 sheet of 3/8 cutting board to replace my white one. I hope this will be better for filming in general, but I also have a separate piece of black that I can put down and move around, and then I can replace the separate smaller piece of black and keep the other one not pristine, because I'll certainly be cutting on it, but it won't be absolutely annihilated like the other one. But I appreciate your reminder, Richard. And why I thought you were somebody else for a second is because another Richard gave me a suggestion to cut another piece of this cutting board and use it as a stopgap to make sure I don't screw up the good underneath cutting board. Kind of like a grandma putting a piece of plastic on a furniture or something like that. Cage says, do you have any tips on making your own templates for sheaths? Well, tips? I'm super into Illustrator for patterns and templates and laser cutters, and like that's my jam right now. If you're doing what I find with sheaths, there's a reason I don't have any sheaths on my. I have no sheaths, no scabbards on my website for patterns because they're all so different. Like it'd have to be like, this is for this specific knife, so it's kind of tough. If you're making a bunch of knives that are the same or selling a bunch of knives that are exactly the same, like if I was doing it as a business, I would have an Illustrator file at the ready and my laser cutter ready. That's what I would do. Just go, cut them out, 50 of them in like an hour, wow, and have at it. And then you've always got it. Seems there are more than a few Richards here. That is true. I am Richard. Man, all that rambling. This is almost dry, but not quite. Rambling, bringing you the greatest of rambles this side of something. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, more Dawnbreaker. Jordan says, should totally do some gauntlets with articulated fingers and such for a completely different look than the mitten ones. Well, like the mitten ones are for combat. I would never use leather finger gauntlets for combat ever, because there's only two options you're going to go with. you're gonna go with I'm gonna get my fingers broken, or you're gonna go with your hands being splayed apart. Because if you're doing anything serious as far as like HEMA or SCA or anything where there's like some serious impact, you want every finger to staple. So what I mean by that, if you think about a staple going around your finger, like a ground out is another term, ground out on the thing you're holding. And so if you're doing that with leather, and if you're doing that with thick enough leather to be worthwhile to protect yourself, your fingers are like fucking holding shit like this because they're all splayed out because of that grounding. But if you're thinking just costume, that's a fucking fantastic idea. I should totally do that. That's a great idea. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. If it's just costume, I'm in. You sold me on it. You sold me on it instantly. Ramble complete again. Success. Oh, that's a lot of fucking silver. Whoops. I haven't done a lot of antique in a while, you know? Whoops. I missed that. I should really do another video where I accidentally on purpose put way too much antique on something. Again, way too much silver here. But it'll be okay. Just go, and it'll pick up most of it. I just don't want it getting into all these little lines and stuff. So I want to make sure they come through when I hit it with the shade, you know? Oh, what else was there? There's something else I was thinking of. I lost it already? I had something in my head. Where'd it go? Oh well. That was so quick. Yeah. Getting older sucks. It's fucking terrible. Brain. Who needs it? You gonna wear the crown when you run tabletops? No. I'm just making some hunting knives. Oh, if you're just making some hunting knives for your brother and dad, you know, they're not that tough. Just make sure you've got a welt in there, right? To like set so you're not. Yeah. So I don't know how new you are to doing sheaths. But make sure when you bring up your leather and sew it, that it's not just like this, that you've got a little piece of leather in there as well that's just got holes in it. It's like super tiny, just got holes in it, so that your edge, your sharp edge, doesn't just go and cut through all your fucking threads. There you go. And if you already knew that, well, that's all I know. You've got your knowledge is on par with mine. Also, if you're gonna do something like a broken back, like a sax or something, you could I did a video on it that I think I should redo that video, but you can do a water-formed sheath that conforms to a broken back. I'm explaining this fucking terribly. 1 second. Oh my god! I knocked over the Gatorade. We're screwed. Get back up here. You stay right there. All right. Broken back sheath, just in case anybody wants to know. Right, we got our fucking. So that's our broken back sax kind of deal. So if you want to do a knife sheath like this, like sometimes you would just just do it reversed and have the stitches here, but it's like. What's the best way to explain this? You want it to. Sorry, give me a second. I'm on to something. This part here, like, you can have a piece of leather that's like this, that you fold in half, right? You're folding this in half, but then it's got this angle here, so you've got this weird sheath that's like this. You can, with some effort, waterform this whole edge down, and slowly stretch and waterform and stretch and waterform and stretch and waterform, so that you've got your piece here. Am I still in the fucking frame? So you got your piece here that's, it doesn't have any stitching, it's a solid and it curves, which is really sweet. I'm fucking drooling all over this brush. And then this is stitched. Did that make any sense? If it didn't, I did a video on it that's kind of, it's an okay video, but it's what? I take that back. I don't know if it's okay, I did it a while ago. Anyways, tangent complete. Back to Layer Dawnbreaker. Oh, Layer Dawnbreaker is getting a little low on the useful shit. Come on, buddy. Let's get up here. I thought it made sense. I'm just saying. I've never sealed my leather before I painted it, so I can't say that it's better or not. I just haven't. I don't think there would be anything like this is acrylic paint, and I'm not a scientist. I'm not a paint scientist, but there's acrylic resin. They both have the same word in it. Kind of makes sense that they both work the same, right? I think. A paint scientist. What did you go to? You're a scientist. What did you go to school for? Paint. What? Yeah, I got a master's in paintonomics. What? You heard me. Like you got a master's in thugonomics. Dad says, I found that putting a coat of finish on before painting it seems to result in me having to put fewer coats of paint on to make it look good. Can always put another coat of finish on over that too. That's fair, yeah. Jason says, I should have the war belt done tonight, get my pictures, then remove 4 rivets so I can alter it by riveting a large horn holder to the belt. Nice. I like it. The only thing I'd say about sealing it is at the beginning of the stream I talked about putting a primer on it. So, just because of my minis brain, right? So, that's all I would say about that. Hey, Yonalith. Hope you're having a lovely day. Hanging out with your mum's friends, are you? I don't know where I came up with that accent. What's going on? From out of state. So that's why I'm a bit late. And nice paintwork, Magnus. I'm trying. I'm trying. It looks way better, honestly. Everybody can agree. You haven't seen the rest of it, so this looks amazing because of the lighting angle. But from top down, it doesn't look as awesome. It's getting there though. The one I put the shade on, it looks good. So the one I put the shade on looks good. I'll pat myself on the back for that real quickly. And I know where I'm going with it, so it's all good. I've completed this already, and I know it will work. Where am I even on here? Come on, get over here. Let's go here, buddy. Come on. I'm just gonna leave it at this exciting angle, since it looks so good. The shade is, I can't pretend to know what's in the shade, but it's water. I think it's just watered down acrylic paint. But it is a miniature company that does it, so I'm sure there's something else, a little something more to it. But I doubt it's much more, you know? So it's just like watering down black and applying black. It's definitely not an antique at all. Totally different thing where you're rubbing everything into the cracks and it just sits there. You know, an antique doesn't wash very well. Like if you put an antique all over something that doesn't have a resist on it, you're gonna just make a big mess. Whereas this will just kind of run around and can easily come off because it's so. Is viscous the right idea? That's not the right idea. The right word. It's just so watered down, liquidy. Liquidy also not the right word. Also probably the worst word I've said on here. Just it's liquidy. The liquid is liquidy. Alright, let's forget I said that. Let's just move on. Yay, words! I need a big button. Yay, words. Alright. Got some silver on there. I'm happy with that. Mostly. Let's go back to cam. This cam. Boop-a-doop. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Why do I care about getting in here? It's silly. Silly. It's gonna be black anyways. What are you doing? Walk away. Okay, fine. Jesus. Fuck. Jesus, me. I'm out of hydrating angles. It sucks. Why did hydrate not work? Oh, I think it's apostrophe hydrate apostrophe or something. Hey, Antonio! How you doing? Greetings. So, the numb bum. More nightshade. Is it nightshade? Non-shade. Nuln oil. Maybe there's oil in it. Unlikely. This is the brush I liked for this. Gonna need some more Nuln oil. Nuln. Squeezed from the freshest of Nulns. Once captured by our Nuln herders. Trust me, they enjoy the juicing process. Man. Get in there. There you go. Better. Beautiful. Bleep. Well, we're flying through this. And I asked this earlier, but I think I was distracted. Is anybody else but me watching the damn hockey game tonight? Like, come on. Is it going to be the Connor McDavid show, or is it over? I think it's going to be the Connor McDavid show again. And then Game 7 is going to be a coin toss. But I think tonight's going to be the Connor McDavid show again. I think he's just too good and too motivated. I don't think the pressure is on yet, like it is on Florida. Anyways, welcome to my hockey talk. That's about the extent of it. By the incredible amount of chatter in the chat, I guess I'll take that as a no. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna go watch it. It starts at 5, it's 3 o'clock now. I think I'm gonna go downtown and watch it. By myself. I'm trying to go rest. I might go to sleep shortly. Hey, that's fine. You gotta take care of yourself, right? Jack says my knowledge of hockey is limited to Blades of Steel for the Nintendo Entertainment System. That was a really good game. Man, just like Antique, a shade certainly fucking fixes all your fuck-ups and makes shit look pretty good. Like, I could just leave it like this and it'd be awesome. Oh, the one thing I did forget to do, which I have... Yeah. Let's do this now. Because we're doing the shade, might as well get this done. What are these? They're hinges. Because the original had hinges, so mine has hinges. They're fake hinges. They're just lines, but they're hinges. And I can just touch it up with some more gold when I go into my gold touch-up process. Engels says, I like ice hockey. It's more dangerous than I thought. I got hit in my man zone by a puck, then narrowly missed by a hockey stick in 2022 Canada versus France in Helsinki. Damn. That's where they hit each other and sometimes the puck. So true. I want to, 1 second. I'm going to get in here and do a little... Can I even translate that? Let's do a try. This is not going to work. Fight time. Korean. I don't know Korean. I don't know what you're talking about. Fight time. Or do you just mean hockey? Oh, hockey is fight time. Hockey is fight time? That's fair. Used to be a lot of fight time. Now not so much. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Making a mess. Making a small, wonderful mess. Let's get rid of these little bits here. Come on, get over there. Alright. Doesn't taste too bad, actually. It's like watered down acrylic paint. Imagine that. Damn, I need some more shade. Get close here. So, what time is it? I want to see where I'm at before we go on to more crap. Why can I not? Oh. It's in a tab. 15 minutes. So... Donnie says, where can I find that shade? Is there a brand you like? This is a Citadel miniature shade called Nuln Oil. Nuln Oil. They have tons of shades. They have also a lot of contrast paints, which I've tried to play with on here as well. Like my my blue gray and black armor is got a dry brush technique with a Citadel contrast paint on it. Yeah, they have lots of different, like for when you're painting minis, like they've got Skeletal Horde, which is a shade. So you'll paint your skeleton with bone white, and then you'll hit it with the shade, and it's like bone colored, and it'll get into all the little recesses, and then you pull some away with your brush, or you add some with your brush, and it gets a really nice base of your shades and highlights in. And you go in and you touch everything up with like another coating of your bone white or whatever you're doing to highlight it, and then that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what I thought. Ew. Ew. Jack says, as an SEA guy, what's your opinion of full contact medieval combat as a sport? When I first saw it, I was super into the idea of doing it, and I was young enough to do it, but also I was a bit of a mess. I am a bit of a mess. I got lots of injuries already. It looks like a lot of fun, but it doesn't have the same, like, there's no thrusting in it for starters. Like, you can't thrust in that shit. So the idea that it's the same, it's not the same, as, you know, it's closer. It's closer to the real thing. It's as close as you're gonna get to it, but like there's no thrusting part. It feels like, a lot of it feels like rugby. When you're looking at those big melees, like, weapons don't mean shit. You know, they're great, but like, what you're looking to do is tangle up with a guy and use your weight to throw him to the ground, and then that's it, he's out. So I think I would be more interested if I was, well, I'm not a warfighter in general, but if I was gonna do that kind of stuff, I'd be more interested in the singles combat, and the point, like, that looks a little more fun to me. I like how Rattan combat looks. To me, it looks like movie fighting to me when it's done really well. It looks like movie fighting, like fake, like not how it would have been done. But there's something about like the high level sword blocks and flow to it that reminds me of the movies. Whereas like something like Western martial arts and HEMA, though there's history and manuals and like that's how you should fight with those kind of swords, etc. That always loses a bit of the doesn't look as dynamic and crazy and athletic to me. Certainly, even though that's how you would have done it. I like the SCA. I always like that movie fighting kind of stuff. So, and that gets lost to me in a bit of a ramble. Hey, it gets lost to me for sure in Armored Combat League and Battle of Nations and stuff like that. It looks like rugby. If you like rugby, it's pretty cool. I would do the singles, and if I was not a mess, it could be fun. But it still looks like rugby. Yeah. Rant complete. Welcome to my TED Talk about rugby. No. Bullhurt. For those who joined the stream late, like me, can you show a pic of the item you are copying? Oh, a pic of the item I'm copying. Ooh. Let's see if I can find something for you. All right, we're on to something. Where's my display capture? There. So there's that. It's kind of a blurry image, but it is an image. And here is one half that has been done-ish. I guess I could just do... That's not going to be very good for people on mobile, but like... Well, it's the same size, at least. The same size as the picture. And I'll just, this needs to be... I wish there was an easy way to just focus and not focus that thing. So we are coming to a close, but one of the things I did on the on-tier crown... that I liked and I did on this one is I made the I satin varnished this whole thing. This is all satin varnish except for the gems are gloss varnish, and even these the pearls are gloss varnish as well, but they don't show because they're so white. It doesn't show as nicely as the blue, right? So just the round pearls, not the shells. The round pearls and the blue are gloss varnish to give it a little bit of an extra, oh, we're fucking an awesome gem kind of a look. Right? Righto. Yeah, the blue on those is very, very dark, but, you know, whatever. I wanted it to pop. But I guess it is the lighting, too. Like, I don't know when that picture was taken. Was that some crap on there? What's going on? That looks good. Crafting. Where are we at? I just registered where we're at, and then I lost myself. Jason says Oren has a group called the Cincinnati Barbarians that get in full plate armor with blunted weapons, swords, axes, and maces, and beat the holy hell out of each other for the entertainment of the crowd. Yeah. It's just not my... Like, I even bought some armor and got rid of it. Like, when I had a helmet and some arms. I sold Olin my arms. But it just doesn't... It's just not my thing. Especially if my right shoulder was fine, I probably would have tried it by now. But I can't wrestle anybody. I would have to be... I'd have to be nimble and run around, I guess. Body check people. Smash them to the ground. Where are we? We're at 153. I'm going to rehash what I said before. Free pattern on Patreon. That is not true. Free pattern on Discord. Next month there will be a free pattern on Patreon. It's a really simple pattern. If you want to make a little leather project. The only thing I don't really like about that pattern is how I did the closures. So please, feel free to come up with like another cool little closure that will make me happy so I can copy it. I'm kidding, I probably won't make that book again. And it's got some art. It's got like a sun and moon art. I actually did it for somebody who did a Nordic children's book. I'm having chat time. Somebody did a Viking Nordic children's book, and and they were doing a Kickstarter, and I did the book. I didn't know them, but somebody suggested that it would be a good idea, and I was like, hey. And it was like this. I think it was called the Sun and the Moon Nordic Children's Book or something like that. Look it up if you got kids and you want to give them some Nordic book thing. Read a book to them. Anyways, I did the book, and it's got a sun and moon on it that I drew. It's kind of cool. And that's free on Discord in the announcements channel. So join the Discord and go pick it up in the announcements channel there. So what did we learn today? We learned that gold paint takes forever, and we learned that Nuln Shade is awesome. Jason says, opening weekend last year, one of the barbarians had their radius and humerus broken by blocking an axe blow. Yeah, like, it's just... I don't know. It seems a little unnecessary. I don't know. I think I would have a lot better idea of a lot more interest in doing it, or a probably more positive idea of doing it if my shoulder wasn't fucked up. And I'm like, it's just like, oh, it just looks dangerous. Those guys are gonna hurt themselves. Or I've fucked myself up completely. All of my own fault doing SCA with my shoulders and my knees. Well, my knees were kind of fucked up already, but extra with the SCA stuff. Well, we're kind of done. We got like not much else to do here. Anything else would be like just touching a paintbrush to this project. 2-hour stream, 3:30. I got to go home and freshen up for the hockey game. I don't know where I'm gonna watch it. It should be a lovely game. Dad says, well, it may seem unnecessary, but when the zombie hordes hit, who do you think is going to save us all? That's not necessarily untrue. Axes don't run out of bullets. Though there are probably a lot of bullets. I wonder how long all the bullets would last. They should do like a movie, like a made-for-TV movie where there's a zombie apocalypse and it's over instantly because of all the guns. It's just like instantly over, and like I'm Canadian, so who knows? But like certain states would be, we've already cleared out all the zombies in our state. Would you like some help? Yes, please. Sweaty ears. Sweaty ears. This isn't regalia, so I can totally do this. I can be like, this is not regalia. Screenshotted. Sent to the authorities. Sent to the SCA authorities. Exosuit and big sword together. Hold hands. Hey, that makes sense. I'm getting what you're laying down. I don't know what your name is though. I cannot pronounce what. Well, maybe I can just like. I bet you copying it will not help me at all in figuring out what that name is. But I'm gonna try. I'm doing it right now. I'm trying. Translate. What? James Eden? Yeah, I got it. I translated. I got it. James Eden. Cool. Well, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. That's it. We're done. I'm gonna try and raid some people. Man, we got 32 people right now. Why would we be done? It's only 3:30. You're saying we should be done though. I can just paint forever. I do have shit to do. What do you guys think? Should I keep going or should I just call it? There's 30 people in here. You know, there's 30 people in here. I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna hang out for a bit longer. Screw it! I'm resurrected. Nope, not ending. Not ending. I'm staying on. Beep beep. I'm gonna keep doing some stuff for a little bit here. We're gonna keep going. I have to do this anyways, so I might as well do it. Like, dudes, I gotta do this anyways. No tacits, I gotta do this. This is one of those projects that I shouldn't have taken on, that I gotta get out of the way. And once it's out of the way, other dominoes will fall. You know? I'm just like, please. I'm going crazy. This brush has seen better days. Whoops. Thanks. Thanks, James. I need to move these. These don't need to be here. Let's get you guys out of here. Let's get you out of here. Da na 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 na. Let's get some thumbs up for a continued stream. I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to do the blue. Do the blue. Whoa, it's a drunken blue paint. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then I'm going to probably do the shade on the blue gems. Eh. Bum, bum, bum. Are you going to put 7 jewels on it? Well, these are them. Nothing's going on it because this is what it's like, right? Other than the sizing difference because they're for different people. That's what's happening here. They're flat. They're already on it. I just make them, I try and make them look a little not flat, you know? You know what I'm saying? Do you? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Why is my Discord's going bonkers for me right now? You paint and I'll hand stitch the war belt. There you go. And should edit this video, make a short video on the steps to paint leather. I should. It's just like it gets a little convoluted, and you're probably right. The thing that I'm missing out on, quite honestly, is making videos from my streams. I haven't been very proactive in making sure I try and find some content out of the streams to repost. Like I could pull it and then do a voiceover. And I could even, like I've done it once before where I pull myself out of it by just putting my logo. I put my logo over my face. And then it's just like a Dark Horse logo, and then it's me talking about this other stuff. But we got like the chat up here. Got a bunch of other stuff. I should buy this other Atom mini I've been talking about, but it's $1,200 and I am out of toy money for a while here. Because the Atom that I want to buy, it will automatically record every single one of my cameras to separate files on its hard drive. So that's before it gets to OBS. So OBS is what's doing all the stuff for me. It's doing my cam, and it's doing the chat overlay, all that kind of stuff. Whereas the Atom would record all those streams before it even gets here, so it'd be raw. I keep talking about doing it, but I haven't. So it is on my list, but my list it's hard to get to it. It's hard to get to that part of my list where I can afford it. You know? That's true, the chat box could be an advertisement for the pattern. You're all on top of stuff, Angles. If toy money is gone, sounds like a sponsorship pitch is in order. It's needed. Damn, you know, I just did that. Hey, talking about a sponsorship pitch, I cold emailed a company that does fume extractors and purifiers that for all different products, but they do one specifically for laser cutters. And I know I got one that I did a video for. It's not very good for what I do because of how serious I am with the cutting. It's good for like a hobbyist. But this one would be a serious like $4,000 kind of a fume extractor that I just have to make sure I'm on top of doing videos for and like sponsoring them. So it sounds like they want to do it, but it's just working its way up the chain. I'll know next week. And if no, then you know I'll cry a little bit, but it'll be all right. It'll be okay. I'll challenge myself to make a video out of this footage. Trust me. I'll make it happen. Oh, are we going to bring in the Eyes of Doom? Oh, Jesus, fuck. I hate these fucking things. Whew. I don't even know if I have enough light over here for this. You know, eventually when I was doing this before, I just wanted to, I was rushing and wanted to get to the Nuln Oil. Before I did the blue first, because then I could kind of conceal any fuckaroo with the Nuln. So I may have to come back in here with the Nuln oil again after I do this. Just on these blue parts. Eyes of Doom. Fuck, these things are terrible. And when you take them off, whew, it's like, if I was to take these off and try and focus on this, I couldn't focus. Like, I can focus on it without them. But it's really, they're really tough. It's a tough thing. Is my head in the way? No. Everything else is in the way. My hand and everything else. Oh, can't see shit. Fuck. Fucking glasses. Kind of crappy. Get in there, buddy. Whew. Gotta take them off. Maybe I need like a lesser magnify. They're just really fucking brutal. I'd rather just stay back a bit and try and get this done. Yeah, that's not too bad. I don't think I need them as much as I think I need them sometimes. They sure seem really good when you put them on and you're like in really close and everything is nice and focused, but I could just not worry about it and just do this. You know, smudge. Getting there. I have to rewatch the bunny mask video, then make myself one. I should see, that's another video I guess I could probably redo, rehash, whatever. I wish there was an easier way for me to download the full version of my streams. Like I can't, unless I copy it from the Twitch stream. It's so weird. I have to go in and ask YouTube to send me all my videos ever if I want to get like a 1080p copy of it. Otherwise I can only download like 720p or something. Stupid. Stupid. Well, because time goes so fast, this is going to be a... I'm going to do a little Nuln on this blue. And then I'm going to do the... I'm going to do the gem. But then that's going to probably where I'll call it. I do have to watch the hockey game and stuff. Jason says, without my glasses, I am blind. As far as painting, my hands shake too much from nerve damage to paint. That sucks. I certainly... What? 25 months, Chris? That's crazy. Where you been hiding? I certainly, when I don't know nothing about nerve damage, but I know that I have just generally shaky hands. Obviously not nerve damage hands, but just, you know, not generally shaky. And I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to not shake while doing it, which helped me. Nerve damage is a different thing, but I'm like super like braced. And when I'm doing fucking miniature painting, I'm like so, everything is so connected. It's crazy. Oh, that's a little more acrylic-y. So good. Delicious. Delicious, I would say. Alright. Or my black. Sophisticated muscle machines. Yeah, exactly. Alright, where are we here? Come on. Come on. This is excessive. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine as is. I don't need more. Although that pop's nice. I like it. Alright. What do we need? White. Yeah, oh shit, it's fucking... See, I thought it was fixed there. Sorry. I should just leave it focused down here and not touch it. But when I do, yeah. I usually do leave it. You know? It's pretty good. Do have to null that. There you go. Honestly, really need to do this, but the other one I did it, so I'm just gonna stick to it. Because I do have to put that Angela silver on here still. It will hide a lot of my overpaint. So this is kind of unnecessary. But what happened last time, like I was saying, is I did the blue before the... No, I did this. I did the silver, then the blue, then the Nuln Oil. This time I kind of skipped some stuff. Oh, thanks, Downage. I'm getting back into the swing of things with painting, that's for sure. Yeah, this silver is not very good silver. This Angela silver, but it's a good pearl and it's a good shell color. You know, it's a good like what's that shell? The expensive shell, or is it abalone? I don't know. And because it's like Amy was talking about how this silver, I think it was this silver, probably, how this silver, it doesn't go on very thick. It doesn't, but that helps the pearlness of it, because the pearl, you know, pearls are a little weird. You know, some are like near perfect, but they've got that little, you know, they have a bit of a natural look to them. So the fact that this is so opaque or transparent helps. It helps with the whole pearls thing. So, oops, too much. So just for reference, how many shades were needed to get that gem effect? I painted it blue. On the upper half I did, some people do almost a black supposedly. I didn't. I got pretty dark blue, and then I didn't like how dark blue it was compared to the blue I first used, so I did another little strip of a shade in between there, And then at the bottom I did 2. 3, I think. Infinite is going to be better than 3. Right? The more shades you have, the better it's going to look. But I would say 2 down and 2 up from your gem color. So you go, you put on your blue, 2 up in brightness or darkness or whatever, and 2 down the other way. Whatever way you want it, whatever direction you want the dark, and 5 shades. You got 5 shades. 5 shades and then some white. So you got in theory, that tiny bottom corner would be great to have a little bit of white. I got like near white, and then you got your pating up there. Mother of Pearl is more attractive than Pearl in my opinion. Power Shell also has a very unique color. Cool. So, put a little more of this stuff on. Do I even need to put more of this stuff on? Sure, why not? This does feel like it's going on a little more weird than it did before, though. I don't know why that would be. Maybe I'm just overthinking. Probably overthinking. Give it a shake. Maybe it's a shake issue. I don't think it will be, but who knows. Ow. Man, this... like, for all the people praising Angelus, this fucking silver's awful. This is just bad. Really bad silver. I'll repeat that I still think Angelus is... It's just like any other good acrylic paint. Just use a good acrylic paint, you'll be fine. There's nothing magical about it. Easy to find, at least. That's the magical part, I guess. Yeah. Doesn't look as good as it did before. Something's weird. I don't know what it is though. Maybe I missed a step. I don't think I missed a step. Maybe I'm just. Yeah. I think it's fine. I do the white over this as well. Remember, I was saying I do like a white wash over it, but this is already turning out pretty white. Though comparatively, I guess it's not that white. Never mind. Comparatively, not that white. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. It'll be fine, is what I meant to say. It'll be fine. Yeah, white's... I mean, yellow's... Yeah, yellow's pretty crazy. Maybe I just did it... Maybe I just did it thicker and didn't care. Which is quite possible. I've got a cool... I've got a yellow contrast paint here that I want to play with some more. Oh, I didn't do these blue. I shouldn't be fucking with this yet. Okay. Let's just leave this alone. Finish this up.
Hey! Huh. Huh, huh.
Things are going pretty good. Sorry I missed you over there on the Twitch. I need these monitors closer to me, honestly. I think I need a smaller table. Oops, little fail. I just don't remember it being this weird looking after I did it. I don't know. I thought it was pretty even. Then I put white on it. Or maybe that's the white that's the even part. I'm gonna let this dry and then put the white on. We'll see. We'll know real soon. Just want to even it out a little bit. A little more here, a little more here. Yeah, a little here. And down here. And then that'll be that for now. Come here, you bastard. Alright. I think you need more shading on those pearls, to be honest. You mean on the original ones? Yeah, okay, I could probably do with some more shading. But pearls are just weird enough that I don't care that much. I'm not gonna... I've already, like... It's a lot of time going into this. I'm very good at drawing a line of what I'm willing to do as far as time goes, so... You know, it'll pop from a certain distance. I could do a little tiny, like, super off-white gray on the bottom of them if I wanted to, but... Fuck it. Not that worried. I thought about it. I did think about it. Itchy ear. Alright. Well, let's see how bad this looks if I rush it. It looks very white. But you know what? Pearls look very white. But if you get close, nobody's going to be close. But if you did, it's not just white. Trust me. Right? And it still needs to evaporate a bit as it dries. This is very watered down. can just pick up the paint from the other ones if it's too much. Looks like a little too much. Move it over here. They'd also look better beveled. But no. What are we at? 2 hours, 33 minutes. That's about where I wanted to go to for the extension. It's 4 o'clock. I got 1 hour till game time. Thank you for stopping in, everybody. I'm glad you were here to hang out with me while I painted. We had lots of donations today. I appreciate it. Big, like two nice donations that will keep the stream ad-free. If you're interested in becoming a member and joining this giant list of green names, look at this giant list. It's so good. I appreciate all of you. This channel it's kind of slowly becoming a streaming channel on YouTube. I don't know. We'll see where the future takes me. But for now, I'm having a good time. Next stream will be next Friday, I guess. Have fun watching the hockey match and really love watching you paint. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I'm never sure what people like or don't like, but it's turned out pretty good. And I'm gonna try and raid. It's terrible. It's terrible on both platforms, really. But we'll see what's happening. And until then, I'll talk to you guys on Discord or wherever. Discord, really, is where I'll talk to you. But bye for now.